So how you doing? It's your boy CD, and yes, I'm back. And this right here is Fan Nation Reading Conjunction. This is the show where I spotlight a great and phenomenal novel to read. I create this platform, Reading Conjunction, is because I want to put more awareness out here to reading more. I'm not saying people don't read, but I'm saying that reading is a dying art form. Like a lot of the best TV series and movies in the last, I'm going to say maybe 10 years, have come from novels. And then a lot of people say, I'd rather watch the movie or the TV series than the novel, but people don't get 99% of the time the book is always better than the TV series or the movie. I am a diehard advocate of reading because reading is what molded my wide imagination to what it is today. My first novel was The Hobbit. I believe I got this book when I was like 10 or 11, and I love that book because not only did it take me to a whole nother world, it made me a better reader. It made me look up words in the dictionary that I didn't understand when I was reading the book. And then also learning the definition of some of those big words even made my mind explode even more. Okay? And I need people to understand, I'm not knocking the movies or TV series. I'm not. I'm a diehard fanboy. But it's something different about reading. Reading, when you're reading about a world in a novel, when those words from those pages resonate through your fingertips as you turn those pages, and that resonation go from your fingertips to your brain, it hits differently. It takes you to a world of your own design. It takes you to a world, not a world that you have seen and just put in your head from the big screen or the little screen. It shows you a world that you have made up in your own imagination. And I think that's why sometimes when people read books first and then watch the movie or TV series, sometimes they give the movie a thumbs down. Because sometimes the visual artwork in the movie or the TV series is not the same that you saw in your imagination when you was reading the book. That's just my theory. I could be wrong. I just don't know how to truly explain that reading is the ultimate gateway to the greatest adventures you can ever find, that you can ever visually see. Don't get me wrong, the special effects and the CGI in movies has surpassed anything we can imagine in the last 40, 50 years. I 100% agree with that. But I stand on CGI and special effects are nothing compared to your imagination. And I stand on this. Some people might argue with me, but I stand on this. Sometimes when you take a novel and turn it into a TV series or a movie, sometimes it loses its umph. It loses its umph because sometimes that visual makeup in the book is different when you put it on the screen. It's different. Case in point, Order of the Phoenix was a phenomenal novel. Harry Potter, Order of the Phoenix was a phenomenal novel. The movie sucked. Blood Prince. The novel was phenomenal. The movie was kind of iffy. Percy Jackson. Both movies sucked. I'm sorry. I'm a Percy Jackson fanatic. I love the novels, but the two movies sucked. But I'm praying that Walt Disney can rectify that with the TV series. They haven't gave a release date for the Percy Jackson TV series, but I'm hearing good things. I'm hearing that they went back to the drawing board and they went back into the novel and took more of the novel storyline and put it in the TV series. So we're gonna see how far they go. Then there was the Oregon novel. It was a phenomenal novel. The movie was kind of iffy. Same thing with the Golden Compass. The book is awesome. The movie, a little iffy. But there's also been cases where the TV series is just as good as a novel, like Netflix's Shadow and Bone. The novel is awesome. The TV series is awesome. I can't wait for season 2. Same thing with The Witcher. The Witcher novels are phenomenal. And the TV series, season 1 and 2, is excellent. I've waited for season 3. And even HBO revamp of The Golden Compass called Dark Material. The TV series blew the original movie out of the water because HBO Max went back and revamped it, went back into the novel. They opened the novel and said, you know something, instead of doing a Hollywood version of this, let's go by the book. And that's why Dark Material season 1 and 2 is such a phenomenal revamp of The Golden Compass. Don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing TV series. I'm not bashing movies. My problem with Hollywood, if you're going to take a novel and make it into a movie, don't Hollywood it. Stay as close to the book as you can. That's one of the reasons, that's one of the issues I have with Marvel and DC. Stick with the comic book storyline. Don't give me some of the comic book storyline and give me some of this Hollywood stuff. Give me the raw, uncut storyline. Don't change nothing. I also say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If the novel is good where it is, why would you change it? That's one of the reasons why I got love-hate for the Star Wars Parallel Future. The Star Wars Parallel Future, I'm not going to say it was trash, but the Parallel Future is kind of iffy. I prefer the original future storyline when it comes to Star Wars. Once again, Fan Nation Reading Conjunction is going to spotlight great books. But not only is it going to spotlight great books, it's going to spotlight great novelist, because the book is only as great as the novelist writes. I should know I'm an aspiring novelist. Hopefully, if everything goes well, my first novel will be hitting bookstores by this time next year. Pray for me. But today, I want to spotlight a great story called Wings of Heaven. This New York best-selling novel is written by J. Ellie. This story is about magic and gods, and it blew my mind. The gist of the story: the main character is named. She lives in Houston with her mother, her sister, her aunt, and some cousins. She was living her best life, but then her mother mysteriously got killed. And out of the blue, her father, that she hasn't seen in years, pop up and say, "You have to come with me." And she like, "Wait." And he say to Gazon. Am I saying it right? Gazon? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but that's the world he comes from. And now he has taken her into a world that she didn't know existed. A world of magic, gods, heroes, and villains. But here is where it gets tricky. Now her father took her to his home world, Gazun. I don't know if it's pronounced Gazun or Gazun. I don't know. I'm hoping I'm saying it right. J. Ellie, if you're listening, give me the correct pronunciation of that kingdom. Anywho, when he takes her to his world, she finds out that her existence is a crime, because gods can't have children by humans. Wow. Oh, but wait, it gets more tedious. So she is in her father's home world, and she's basically an outcast because she doesn't supposed to exist. And although some of the gods there feel some type of way about her, they allowed her to stay. But she was so bent on getting back to her sister that she broke the rule and went back to Houston. And there in Houston, she finds out that the urban cities are being flooded with drugs and violence. And the same evil that consumed her mother is trying to consume her sister. Oh, but wait, the plot gets more tedious. The drugs into corruption and the violence that's going on in Houston, coming to find out, it is supernatural. And it's also the same evil that's trying to plague Gazun. So now, Rue has to embrace being a god. And she has to embrace the ultimate power that she was born with, to save Houston and Gazun from an evil that's trying to consume everything that she has. I thought this book was phenomenal. And I'm not saying that because the author's black, and I'm not saying that because most of the cast are black. I'm saying it's an awesome story from what I'm reading. I can't wait for book 2. Book 1 was great. The books are sold at Barnes & Nobles. You can get the first book at Barnes & Noble for $12.99. But although I love my Barnes & Nobles, I'll tell you somewhere else you can go. You can go to Half Price Bookstore and get it for half of that $12.99. Most of my books that I own, I'm going to say 70% of the books I own came from Half Price Bookstore. Don't get me wrong, I love my Barnes & Nobles. But Barnes & Nobles, for me, is second to Half Price Bookstore. So, once again, if you're looking for a phenomenal read, I give you Wings of Ebony. Once again, written by Jay Elliott. And evidently it's a great book because it's a New York best-selling novel. Before I go, I have one more great novel I would love for y'all to check out. Now, I'm going to say something and I mean no disrespect. Although I love reading good novels, I don't like reading e-novels. I'm not knocking the novelist that does the e-novels. And once I publish my books, I'm actually gonna do both. I'm gonna do the physical paper book, but I'm also gonna do the e-books. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel some type of way about the e-books. I don't know, it's something about using your tablet and swiping up or swiping sideways to read a book. For me, it just don't do anything for me. I think swiping left and right to read or up and down to read, it takes from the ambiance of touching a physical book and feeling those pages, resonate through your fingertips and from your fingertips to your brain. It's like reading it from a tablet. It just don't hit the same. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm not knocking e-books. It's just some. I don't know. It's just the e-book just don't. It don't do it for me. Once again, reading a physical book is something explosive to me. Reading on a tablet, it just hit differently. Same thing with audio. With the audio books, I kind of feel the same way about the audio books. Don't get me wrong, I love a good narration, but it's nothing like actually picking up a physical book and reading in black and white and then visualizing it in your own mind. It's just phenomenal to me. I said all that to say this. My last great book I want you to read is actually an ebook. It is a great storyline about good versus evil in a world of magic and adventure. It's a story about ragtag heroes that come together to stop a wizard from destroying the world. It is a phenomenal story, and although I'm not finished with it, I'm on chapter 7. But from chapter 1 to chapter 7, I can't put the book down. And the ebook that I'm talking about is called Fate of Wizardoms. It is written by Jeffrey L. Kohanik. I pray I'm pronouncing his name right. He's a great guy. I've been, talking to him via Messenger. He's a great guy. I pray I'm pronouncing his last name right. Anywho, check out the story. You can get this online at Amazon. It is a phenomenal read. Once again, I'm only on chapter 7, but so far, I can't put it down. Hey, that's my time. But before I go, I want to recap. Read Wings of Ebony, written by J. Ellie. And The Fate of Wizardoms, written by Jeffrey L. Kahanick. Until next time, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip. This is Fan Nation, reading conjunction.